Bruno Guimaraes, guys, another story I told you over the last 24 hours, bid from Arsenal. So important story, because Arsenal sent a proposal of £55 million to Newcastle, rejected, no intention to accept from Newcastle, and Newcastle also told Arsenal and the agents of the player they don't want to entertain any bid, they don't want to negotiate. For Bruno Guimaraes, they want to keep the player, but Arsenal told players camp and are ready to tell Newcastle as well that they plan to return with a new proposal. So Arsenal want to try again for Bruno Guimaraes with a higher proposal.
Yeah, I would like to go to Arsenal, by the way. Look, I think this is a very, very smart move by Arsenal. They're not going to be in a position where they have to do a deal like this. They're still looking at Alex Scott. They're still looking at Buwadi. There's somebody else they're looking at as well. I forget who it is. Let me know in the comments. But they've got options. They've won the league. They were in the Champions League final. They're in a very good position. They are going to be very attractive. And I think this sort of a deal or offer, the bid is mischievous in a sense, because it's not that they don't want to do it, but you make it public and you sort of know Newcastle are going to reject it, but it's out there now. And Bruno Guimaraes, who's out there with Brazil, sits there, looks at it and goes, Arsenal just bid for me. Arsenal are the title holders in England. They're going to play in the Champions League and try and win it. They've just bid for me. I'm 28. I'm going to be 29 next season. Newcastle want to keep me. They're not winning the league. They're not even in Europe. Yeah, I would like to go to Arsenal, by the way. And then suddenly the drip effect starts. So I think it's a clever move by Arsenal. It doesn't mean Newcastle have to sell. Obviously, they've sold Anthony Gordon. Spurs are bidding for Tonali. It's a lot to lose for Newcastle, to lose Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes and Anthony Gordon, a lot, and it's their best players as well, certainly in the case of Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali.
It's a very clear position. They don't want to lose Bruno Guimaraes. He's not for sale. He's the talisman, and let's be honest, it would be very damning on the Newcastle United project if they lost Guimaraes and Tonali in the same window, and they would have to be very aggressive in the market to replace both of those players. Andrea Berta doesn't usually waste his time on deals that he doesn't think can come off. And Arsenal did make a verbal offer through intermediaries at £55 million that was rejected by Newcastle indirectly. So let's see if we get a second Arsenal bid now for Bruno Guimaraes, and let's see whether after the World Cup there's any pressure from Guimaraes to leave. His demeanour, the way he normally acts, would suggest there won't be. He seems to wear his heart on his sleeve and be Newcastle through and through, a Brazilian Geordie, if you like. And I think Newcastle will take some comfort in that as well. It would be quite a surprise, I think, if Newcastle decided to let Guimaraes leave as well.
Will they make a move for this guy, Bruno Guimaraes? We've been linked with him before in the summer. We know that Edu is a big admirer of the Brazilian and wanted to bring him into the club, but hasn't been able to get the deal done. His reported valuation, if you check out like Transfer Market, they say he's worth around about £27 million. However, Lyon would be willing to sell, but they want a whopping £38 million for him. As I said, quality player, fits what Mikel Arteta is trying to do down to the ground. Great on the ball, great under pressure, all the sort of things that we've sort of seen with the type of players Mikel Arteta wants in the midfield. But wouldn't be an easy deal to get done. We know that dealing with Lyon is never easy. And also, as I said, they want around about 38 million, way over that valuation.
What is this news I'm hearing? Which one is Manchester United wants to sign Bruno Guimaraes? Fabrizio Romano, I hope you have started publishing fake news. I hope you have started releasing fake news. Because this cannot be true. It cannot be real. Manchester United, what is this? Why are you not making bad financial decisions again? Why are you not making dumb transfers again? Why do you want to start doing good business? What is this nonsense? How this is a lie, oh? I don't understand. Sure, you want to sign Baliba? Go and sign Baliba now. Go and pay 120 or 100 million for Baliba. He's a young superstar. You help your team more than this old man, Bruno Guimaraes. Hey, God. Hey, God. I cannot believe the news I've seen. And I didn't want to believe it. But Fabrizio, there's a video of him saying that Man United has made contact. And negotiations are going on. And Man United is also interested in, what's his name? this guy at Nottingham Forest. We all knew that Man United was always interested in Anderson. But me, I'm telling you today, I will rather they sign that Anderson than Bruno Guimaraes. I said it the last summer that Man United's most important position they need to sign is a DM. Go and watch all my videos. I was saying it. They didn't sign that main DM. You cannot have Casemiro is on his last legs and he's even doing well. Ugarte is not good enough. But you see this Bruno Guimaraes. I've made a video and I said this in the video that he's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Not because he's playing for Newcastle, will not acknowledge that. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. And the fact that Newcastle is struggling and failing right now is because Bruno Guimaraes is injured. He has been injured for a long time and this Newcastle have been struggling. He's such a good midfielder. Defensively, he's very good. I'm not even calling him a DM. He's a defensive midfielder, but I'm not calling him that kind of number 6. No. His passing ability is very good. His ball carrying is very good. One of the main reasons why that thug, Joel Linton, can dominate games at times because this guy is behind him to do all the cleaning and all the dirty work. I also saw news that Man United is interested in Tonali. Forget that Tonali. This is Bruno Guimaraes. That's the real deal. Hey, God. And I'm saying that for 80 million, they will get him. For me, that is a very, very good buy. Like, that is an amazing buy from Manchester United. This guy will not only replace Casemiro, he will be an upgrade from Casemiro. No disrespect to Casemiro. But Bruno Guimaraes is a captain for Newcastle right now. So he has that leadership. He has that maturity. He's a player that you are buying to come and do here and now. Not a player that you are buying for the future. So we'll be witnessing a Bruno midfield. And the rumours are... now from club dance they start to... Now from signs you go see wonders. This is a very, very good move from Manchester United. I'm telling you, I know we don't know how transfers can go out or stuff like that, but in a transfer, you must minimize your risk. And going for Bruno Guimaraes right now, a club like Man United will not be too big for him. He's ready for that big stage. Playing for Newcastle is already a big deal. He has Champions League experience. For a good part of his Newcastle career, he has played in the Champions League and done well. So he's ready for that Man United Champions League football. Hey, Fabrizio, tell me it's a lie now. Fabrizio, come out and tell me this rubbish that you posted is a lie. Fabrizio, I give you 24 hours. In fact, that's too much. I give you 10 hours to come out and clear the air about this lie that you released about Manchester United signing Bruno Guimaraes. Because it's not funny at all. It is not funny.